So a little background about that. So Partners for Care is one of our on-the-ground partners. So Pack H2O was actually started here in Columbus, and it's shipped. It's actually made in Turkey, and then it's shipped all over the world wherever people need the pack. And Kenya is one of the biggest places that they really need it. So I want to talk to you and teach you more about the pack itself and how it's used. So that way, if anybody is asking about it, you can help and answer those. So as I talked about, it's used to carry water. We have two different ones. The one that is full back there and this one is mostly it's always meant for children. Probably younger than you guys. It's probably meant up to about age 10 or so. This is the grown-up pack, and it carries twice as much, and it weighs a whole lot more. You can kind of see the difference in size there. The way it works, not to be too obvious, but you put the water inside. So walk a couple hours. You find most times it's a watering hole. It's not a stream, it's not a lake, it's a hole in the ground. So you scoop the water in. I'm going to mimic that with these pillows just because we don't want to waste any more water. You fill up the pack. You fill it up. Imagine this is full of water. You only fill it as high as these straps because the issue that we have is you have to fold it down to make sure it stays in there. If it's filled up too high, the water spills out. And water is something that they all really, really need. So if water spills, they don't want water to spill. Imagine something that you love so much and you need to live, and it's just spilling all over the ground. So it's really important it's only filled up to these straps. So with this, you fill it up like that. You then fold it down like this. Fold it down like this. And then grab the straps and then tie it around in just a neat little bow. So now you have the pack, it's sealed, it's full of water. It would normally weigh a whole lot more than this because this really doesn't weigh that much at all. And then it's just like any other backpack, although you can say it's a little bit hard to put on, but that's because you want it to stay really, really tight to your back. You want to make sure that it stays put. These are for your arms, because it does weigh a whole lot, so you can help take some of the weight off of your back. And a lot of times, as you can see in the book, they'll walk like this because it weighs so much. Also, their hands are free. Most of the times they have kids, so if their kids are on their chest, they can hold them that way as opposed to their hands just hanging down, so they're able to still use their hands. So most of the time, I'd say 99.9% of the time, men do not carry the pack at all. They don't get water. They are trying to find other jobs. Not that they're going to work, but they're going into town to try and find a job. But it's just always been the women that carry the water. That's what they do. Most of the times they do it up to 3 times per day. So when you get back to your village, there's 2 things that you can do with this. One, you can prop it up on a chair, just like this, because there's a valve. When you open it up, you pop this valve out and the water comes out. You never ever keep the pack on the floor, because a really big point of this is that when the water goes in, you put it in clean, or if it's not clean, you put the water tabs in it to keep it clean. And then when it comes out, it's always clean, because once it's in here, you don't touch it. You put it up on a chair and you can use it like that, kind of like a faucet at home, or there's a hook on the back here. So in that book, a lot of the photos, there'll be a nail in the wall and you can hang it right there. It's the same type of thing. One thing that Partners for Care is working really, really hard on now is to get a pack in every classroom in Kenya. I believe that's about 2 million classrooms, but it can help over 10 million kids. One other important thing about the pack, so people often ask, with the cans, there's gas in them, you can't clean them. With the pack, how do you clean it? You put the dirty water in. A lot of times there's dirt or silt or something in there. So they thought of that when they made the pack. I'm going to show you on this one. So there's this inner lining here, and the inner lining comes out. So you fill it with water, carry it back to your home. Imagine this is full of water, and you pull it out of here. And then you just leave it in the sun for about 4 hours or so, and that cleans it.
With the water in it?
With the water in it. Because the sun warms up that water so hot that it then cleans it. Imagine at home, you know, your dishwasher, the water gets really, really hot and swirls around and cleans everything that way. It's kind of the same concept. Because it's full, it sits there and it's full of water and it cleans it. Then that water you can still drink that too. It'll be warm, but you can still drink that. So they're not having to waste any water to clean the pack, which is really, really big. So the lifetime of the pack, it was presumed that the outside will last for 5 years and the inside will last for 2 years. They've been in the field now for about 4 years and we've had no problems with them. So the good thing, we were wrong about how long this is going to last. We'll see about this. A couple of these will spring a leak down at the bottom, just like anything else you use every day. It gets some wear and tear and you might get a hole in it. But the replacement for this is only about $1. The replacement for a whole pack is $10. So the on the ground team will often carry these just in their bags because it's pretty small and they can get a new one. But they do last a long time. And we use the word safe water, not clean water, because clean water looks clear, but it still might not be safe. So we use safe water. And something we say a lot, and you can remember this, is safe water in, safe water out. So if safe water goes in here, safe water will come out, and that's a really important thing.